if you're traveling and you see a cop behind you with lights on, if you cannot pull over at that point in time, tap on your brakes, turn on your emergency flashers to indicate to him that you are going to stop. You're just trying to find the safest place to stop. Pull over as soon as possible. Turn the vehicle off. Leave your hazard lights on. Place your keys on the dash. Put the windows down on the vehicle. Put both hands on the wheel. And the reason I say put the windows down is you'll have a lot of people tell you not to do that. Well, if you're not doing anything illegal, first of all, you've got nothing to hide. Second, it puts the cop more at ease because he can see who's in the vehicle and what they've got. Third, it shows that I'm not under any duress from anybody being in the back seat, like a kidnap situation or a domestic situation. And it shows that there's no children in the car, which plays into it. I put my driver's license, my proof of insurance, and my registration in an envelope, and I keep it right on top of the visor. And when he comes up to the car, I explain to him that I'm former law enforcement, I have my weapon on me, and I hand him everything he needs right there in that envelope. And I tell him where the weapon is, and I ask him if he would like to retrieve it or if he would like me to retrieve it for him, because just don't reach for it. Don't reach around for it. Don't reach for anything. And that's for your safety, his safety, and everybody's safety in the vehicle. And, don't hold court on the side of the road. If you think you're being done wrong, if you think you're being racially profiled, if you think you're being accused of something that you didn't do, then by all means, videotape it, take it to court. You have more than right to videotape, and I would suggest just what I have here. I have a dash cam up here and I can turn it, and it will record sound, it will record video. It's got everything I need on it. And it shows the speed I was traveling. It shows the location, the coordinates of where I was at. And if it's at nighttime and it's your wife and she's being pulled over, if it's an unmarked car, if she doesn't feel safe, have her keep driving until she finds a place to where she feels safe to pull over, and have her call 911 to verify that that is an officer. There's nothing wrong with that. She can call 911 to verify that that is an officer in that area and that he is legitimate. There's nothing wrong with that. But do not argue with an officer. All you're doing is escalating the situation. Everybody wants the officer to be the one to de-escalate the situation. The only way he's going to de-escalate the situation is if he lets you go. That's the only way it's going to make people happy. I've been on both ends of it. And the only way it makes people happy to de-escalate a situation is if you look at the individual and you let them go. And then they're still going to post it, and they're still going to call you a racist and a Nazi and a tyrant and whatever else. But, this is basic safety for you, your family, and the officer. So everybody goes home. Because, everybody that an officer pulls over, you don't know if they're high, if they're drunk, you don't know their mental state, you don't know if they're having a bad day, You don't know if they're wanted. You don't know if they're just looking to shoot somebody. You don't know if they're looking for a fight because you don't know that individual. Same way with me and you. You don't know me. You don't know what I'm capable of. You don't know what I'm going to do. You don't know what I'm thinking at that split second. You know, and that's the kind of things that you've always got to keep in the back of your mind. There's about 20 questions that you always have to keep in the back of your mind. Be it a cop on civilian or civilian on civilian. You know, you get in an argument in a store. You don't know if that suspect that you're arguing with, you don't know if that person is armed. You don't know if that person has emotional problems, mental problems. You don't know if they're on medication. You don't know if they are on probation or parole. You don't know if they're an escapee. You don't know if they've been drinking, if they're high on something. You don't know what their frame of mind is. You don't know what their emotional state is. And that's the kind of things that you really need to take into account when you confront somebody. Because you are not always the only one that's armed in the room. I will guarantee it. So, you know, just think about that